Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about something that's super important. That's conversion optimization. And this guide is to optimizing your website to get users to convert. So conversion optimization, generate more customers, clients, and patients. You can set up call tracking, web form, heat maps, and recording so that way you can see what people do when they get to the site, and that way you can optimize based on their behaviors. Our goal is to terminate search and convert. Whatever that conversion may be, remember that when you're speaking to a business owner, you're going to want to know what their objective for the site is. Because you'd be surprised. A lot of times you'll look at it and you'll think that they're trying to promote one service when they're going, no, I really want to do this. So you may have to adjust the site based on what your discussions are. Now, one of the things with conversion optimization that makes it also very important, outside of just trying to get customers and clients, is that Google RankBrain plays a factor in this. So Google RankBrain is Google's machine learning and artificial intelligence that helps sort through search. It identifies patterns between searches and results, and it's the third most important signal for ranking. Now, example is that what it does is, overall, it's looking at how people are searching, and it's trying to provide the best search results that essentially terminate a user search, which means that they go to the site and they X out of that site and they're done. They found what they need. They're satisfied. Our goal is to make a customer satisfied for the solution that we're providing as a local business. Now, some best practices to keep in mind is that you want to drive action above the fold. So as soon as they hit the site, you want to make sure there's a call to action that's strong. You have incentive, and if you can, you have urgency. Urgency would be like, by Friday, this week only. Some people use seasonal, like with, say, a hair salon. They're saying 4th of July, get your nails done free with the or get your nails done free with the facial. And then also use a sticky header. Some people say that they don't like it, but the thing is that as long as it's easy for people to get to your header and you set it up right to where you're strong call to action, the phone number is always there, it's easier for them to navigate the site. You ever been to a site where there's a long page and then you've got to scroll all the way back up or hit the home button so that way it shoots back up? You got to make it easy. We want it to be engaging so people can navigate the site, find what they're looking for, and we want to structure it under those ideas as well too. So some of the tracking tools that we're going to use Hotjar, and that's heat maps and user recordings. We're going to use Google Analytics for goals and events, and CallRail for phone tracking. I'm not going to set up CallRail phone tracking, and I'm not going to set up events, but what I am going to do, I'm going to show you how to set up Hotjar and the heat maps and user recordings, and I'm going to show you how to set up Google Analytics and a goal. So let's jump into the site and start taking a look at what we do to set up for conversion and optimization. So here's Chomp Orthodontics, and what we have on it is that we've got some basic text, so that way they know right away, orthodontics, orthodontist. Here's the incentive, call for free consultation. Now, I didn't put an urgency factor in here, but if I was working with a client, this would be a place where I put free consultation with a phone number, and under it I put, or above it I put call by 4th of July, Christmas special, Thanksgiving special, or something like that. Ends Friday. Make sure you have that end date and make it so that way it's close so people are more apt to take action. And then put free consultation or something where it sounds like you're giving them advice or information for free, or they're going to meet with someone and it's kind of a no obligation, so they're more comfortable to contact the business. But essentially all that is I'll even do this with attorneys. I'll do free phone consultation, right? All they're doing is qualifying the potential client so that way they can go, yeah, you do have a case that I can handle. Instead of saying, hey, come into the office or we're going to charge you a fee in order to meet with us. And then they go, we're not even going to try and contact you. So let's scroll down and take a look at some other things. Or first, let's look at the header. So this is a sticky navigation. And what that means, see how when I scroll down, it stays? So you always have access to go to where we want to take them, and contact us is always here, the phone number, and Chomp Orthodontics. Now, as far as having social up here, you could remove it and put it just at the bottom, or you have it down here, which is fine. Unless you've got a really social site or there's a reason to have it, I'm not too much of a fan, because my goal is not to get someone to go and start signing up for social. Our goal is to get them to do these things, is to contact us. The blog I put up here just as a link for now. I might move that later, but essentially with the local business, our goal is to get them to contact us to book an appointment. So let's say that someone scrolls down, then we list out the services that are all clickable, in which I'm going to add some call to action such as view more, view more, view more, view more. So that way people have stuff to click on. I've done tests where I found that not just having this here, and if you put a button, or some companies like to put an image and just have the image there and they go, yeah, people will know to click on it. They don't. And when you put the button underneath it, you can see the difference. And with the heat map, you'll be able to identify that, which we'll set up here with Hotjar. I got a little bit about Chomp, some more information, another strong call to action, which takes us to, let's say we go to the adult braces page because they're checking that out. I got my call to action here. It's under an image. Even though it's not above the fold, in this case, this is a good one. You can also put a web form down at the bottom, but it's ideal. I would even make this a little bit smaller because we want to keep as much of space for people to engage with the site as possible. We don't want to have the header and navigation push everything down so they have to start to scroll. Then our contact us page, this is a big piece. The reason that we have that within the navigation, and it's not a mail icon. It's simple. People are trained. They look for contact us. Easy to find. They go to it. They contact us. Simple form. Don't start making complex forms with multi-levels in which what's your name, click, what's your email, click, have you visited us before, click, what was your last visit, how many cats do you have allergies, like just keep it simple. We want to get their information so that way we can get a conversation going with them. We don't want any barriers to entry. Now let's take a look at one of my favorite tools for this type is Hotjar. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we want to set it up. So we would take this code and we would copy that, and I've already put it on the site, but I'm going to show you how. Take that code. We're going to come back, and what we're going to do, we're going to go to Divi Theme Options. All we're looking to do is put the code in the header, and there's a number of different ways to do that, but this way is pretty easy. And integration, and then you're just going to drop it in to the header. So we got our code. Once you put it in, save changes, come back, check tracking, active. Once you've got that, go ahead. Another option is that you want to make sure that you block your IP. Okay. Block your own. Go back, sites. Go back to heat maps. Let's set up our first heat map. Put it on the home page. All right. Drop it on the home page next. 1,000. It's free. This level. All right. So you do simple match. That's fine. Done. Create heat map. All right. Now we'll have some data to look at in a couple days after we get people going on to there. Now let's set up our recordings. Record visitors. So we want quantity, 100 recordings is what we get for free. Visit any page is fine on this site. Recording options, quick only, record sessions with click and scroll activity. Yes. There's bots that hit it. We don't want to record all the bots. You can also do the 30 seconds depending on how much traffic you're getting. And then start recording. So at some point here in the next couple of days, we'll start getting recordings of how people are engaging with the site. And what that'll do is it'll give us ideas of what we need to update. We may see that people, one example that I recently had is that with the law firm, we found that people were hitting the page, and when they got down to the address from where we were driving traffic from, we think it was causing them to bounce. So we removed the attorney address because they were serving multiple cities, and people may have felt that they weren't local enough. So instead we replaced it with servicing and then a list of all the cities that they were targeting to service. And we saw a slight increase in click-through rate. It's little things like that. Or you notice that you'll see in the heat map that people are clicking on an image that doesn't do anything, because for whatever reason people may be trained to click on images for that particular site and it's just not happening. So it can uncover issues. It uncovers ways to optimize. It's a great solid tool. Now we're going to go a little bit out of order. We're going to look at CallRail. And CallRail is a phone tracking system, and I really like this because it allows us the ability to where we can put with a phone number on the site. So let's say on Chomp, we have this phone number here, and what we would do is that we'd have a keyword pull through call tracking, meaning a number, I think anywhere from 8 to 20 phone numbers that it will swap this phone number out with. So this would change. So if you came from, let's say, Yelp, you got here, or Google Paid, you got here, it would switch it, and then you'd call the number that it switches with. Now, some people are stuck on branding and wanting to use a vanity number, but for tracking, this is one of the best features that I like, because I can see, let's say that you're doing work and they're like, well, you guys you're not doing anything for us. And this has happened to where I go, you know what? We're doing a lot for you. You look at the calls coming in from organic or paid, and you're saying, we're not doing anything for you. We drove, let's say, 50 more calls this month. And what we found is that the call center's dropping the ball because they're just inept. They're not answering calls. They're not patching the calls correctly, because you're able to record the calls. And then you can prove that, hey, this is additional value we're adding. But not only that, you're fixing the business's problems, which is a huge help for them. So very big on call tracking. Some people may be intimidated by it in the SEO space, I've seen, because they do a lot of work and it doesn't happen right away. But a big part of what you're doing is set expectations from the beginning, because with SEO, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Let's now go to Google Analytics, and we're going to set up a goal. All right, go to admin, then we're going to go to goals. We're going to set up a new goal. Now let me make sure. So we're going to do a test here, because we got to create a thank you page. Pages, all right? And this thank you page is going to be a page that we drive someone who fills out a form to. So let's say, let's use Divi Builder, and we're just going to say, and this is a good place to put other information because they've already contacted you. So this is an area that you could upsell, you could provide videos, but I'm just going to keep it simple for the example. Thank you for we have received your inquiry and will be getting back to you immediately. We are looking forward to helping you and your smile. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to publish this. I'm going to copy it. Now we're going to go to our contact page. And we can go to any page that we do this for a contact form. Going to edit the page. Contact form. Come to the back. Then we're going to scroll down. We're going to hit enable redirect URL. Drop that thank you URL in. Publish or update. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say contact us in our goal. Contact us form. You want to be as descriptive as possible. Destination. So see, thanks. So we're going to take it to the destination. And then this is just verify that 0% of conversion rate is based on data from the past 7 days, which makes sense because we just set it up. But let's try this. Let's do a test. All right. There's the redirect. Let's redo our verification, try and re-verify. Nothing yet. That's all right. We know we got it set up right. Now, if you wanted to do a specific path, you can choose the funnel and get a little more advanced to where you can set up goals for specific areas of the site. I'm going to go ahead and save. And this is great because then when you go and you show, hey, look, we're looking at organic traffic and it's showing us contact us, right? So we could see, and with CallRail in here, it'll show, we'd set it up so that way you'd see phone goal, and you can see people are calling, people are submitting web forms, and that can really help you continue to optimize your site to get people to convert, which is very, very important. So hopefully you found a lot of value in this video, as it is very important and it's going to make a big difference in you as a marketing business and helping out clients or for yourself, and that you can convert better. So looking forward to seeing you in the next video.